Okay, hang on. Okay, I see it's live and it's blank. Oh, I think I heard my voice echoing. But I don't hear yours. Heard mine, not yours. Okay, I don't hear mine now. I did, but now I don't. Oh, yes, I do hear mine, not yours. I hear you in Discord. Maybe your volume is too low, because I'm coming kind of low. Oh, you know what? I know what to do. I have my. Try again. I had my other speakers down low. I know. I have my. Try again. I have my other speakers. Wait. 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 Okay, still me, not you. Okay, still me, not you. That's because I'm hearing myself on your stream coming out of my speaker. Right. No. Okay, I have I have Lotro on a quarter of the screen. I have Lotro on a quarter of the screen. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to keep the stream audio on until I hear your voice. And once I do hear your voice, I'm going to mute the stream. And once I do hear your voice, I'm going to mute the stream.
Ha ha ha. Let's try that.
Okay, there you go.
I was
I
saying,
heard that.
my mic was muted in the streaming software.
Okay, there you go. I heard that. Okay, now you're still one quarter of the screen. Okay, now you're
What
still
else is it showing?
black.
Um,
Black.
How about now?
Same.
Interesting. Okay, let me go back to this.
Do you want me to show you what you look like?
Uh,
Do you want me to show
Well,
you?
hang on a second. Desktop 1 scale to fit finish. Let's try that.
There you go.
Okay. We see Legolas and Gimli here.
Yep.
Do you see my mouse pointer?
Move it again. Yes, I do.
Okay. So that tells me even with the display down, we can point at stuff with the mouse pointer and talk.
Okay, so now I can mute the stream so I don't get the feedback.
Yes.
All right. And then you want to end the test, or actually let me go to the beginning.
Now that it's working, I'm just going to truncate the video when we get there and cut all the stuff out up front and rename it.
Okay. Let me get to the beginning. I want to be outside the neighborhood.
Yes, and I'm coming there on horseback. And once I get there, I'm actually going to take just a second to get some more tea because, surprise, I've run myself out of it.
Okay, let me my character is just wearing a starter gear. Let me try to put an outfit on her. No, of course I can't because
Oh.
I have VIP on this character. I'm gonna take her glowing hands off at least.
Thorns Homesteads. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, you ran right past me.
Awesome. Oh, I see you. Okay, cool. Ivy League, yes. Okay, so do we just want to go in this door right here?
Yep. Okay. So are you gonna do like a little intro? You're gonna turn your UI off?
I am going to turn my UI off, although I'm going to have to do it after we go into the neighborhood because then I can't click on the door.
Yes, you can.
With it off?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't select the neighborhood.
Oh. Okay, I'll do it since I'm not streaming. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Okay. Well, I'm going. Okay, I'm in the neighborhood.
I'll be there shortly.
Turn my UI off. Cool. And somewhere here is what we will keep. Actually, I'm going to grab my tea, and this creates a nice buffer here that I can truncate from, and we just lose all that introductory stuff.
Okay, pan up a little bit so you can get a nice view ahead. Or not. Yeah.
Start from here?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a bio break.
Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, Sash, you there?
Hey, quick question for you.
Yep.
The graphics look good. I'm just curious if there's any opportunity to up it even more, or if that would be disastrous.
I think I pretty much maxed them out for what the computer's okay with.
Okay, that's cool. It's good. Um, so then the next thing is, do you want to go to like the Guilty House first as a nice start and then finish it scary, or like now that we're probably doing more than just the main strip, what do you have in mind?
Let's um let's make a loop. Um let's go to our right and just start down there
Hmm.
and we'll figure it out from there.
Okay.
So I believe none of these houses are managed by us along here.
Wait. Can we go back to our starting point? And can you just do a little intro, like saying, we're leaving Quick Hollow. This is blah blah blah, whatever you want.
Okay. Okay.
You can like trim parts off, right?
I can now.
Like easily the front for
The
sure and the
front and
end for
back are
sure.
super easy. The middle,
Yeah.
I assume I can. I just haven't done it before.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay. Actually, this is fine because
And then just pan up a little bit more right now.
there's not a great way for us to loop this neighborhood. So, why will you not fucking. There we go. Okay. Okay. I. Yeah, we're going to go to the right first. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then after this, here we go. Okay, so we're going to be living our nice Crick Hollow that is sadly only 32-bit, headed for good old 64-bit future land. And we wanted to do some commentary, we being Sash over here, that's landlady, and then me, it's Durr. We're going to do some commentary on our houses and housing projects within this particular Gullgill neighborhood of Thorns. Some nice statues and dwarf architecture here. I never realized there's a raven face way up on these banners.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Well, here we go. Off to. We're going to start with some kin houses. None of these houses here are managed by our housing empire slash conglomerate, nor have they been. One of them, I think, used to be a person that I never ran into, but they were actively paying on the house, and they appear to be gone, probably for one of the 64-bit servers. And so down here is our first kin house, and I am not even sure. Okay, I remember what we do with the yard. Yep. Muddled Wits, with its kin leader Angmoretto. We redid this yard a couple of times. We always kind of had a fire and ice theme, but we really weren't sure what to do. Oh, there's a big guy in there. Massive sleeping deep claw.
With very nice housing for him.
Yeah.
Can you catch it in its entirety?
Hey there, buddy. How's it going? One of its back hairs could be like a short sword for us. Awesome. I do like, just built into the neighborhood, I do like this sort of stained glass look, even though they really don't get enough light to make stained glass work well, but that's fine.
You know, on a future iteration, we can get a picnic blanket for him as a blanket while he's sleeping.
We've got these rugs at like every house because it's the best rug they've ever made, is or something close to this one. I think it's the fall one.
Yeah, it says autumn welcome mat.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we went with hunting lodge vibe. Ooh, it's loading. Okay. Awesome. You have anything you want to say about this room?
No, I think it meets the standard for hunting lodge.
It does. Okay. The thing I want to say about the Bull Tavern sign here, you've seen Flintstones, right?
Yeah.
And they've got that like some type of lodge where they've got the horned hats and they go bowling and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
I forget what that's called, but this is what that makes me think of every time. And so when I walk in, I think Flintstones Hunting Lodge is the vibe every time.
Does that make me Barney?
Yeah, I guess so. Uh, you'd be the most likely to have Bam Bam, so yeah. And then Part of this is just storage for all the extra kegs that I got at festivals.
So the two middle kegs, they're the ones that are special ports or interactable. The Sinister kegs.
Yeah, we should have Sinister and Moria. It might be Sinister Moria keg or something, but it uses the same art but has a different set of teleport locations. Looks like there's 8 of that art style of keg in here.
No bears were harmed in the production of this video.
Yeah. Oh, I've got my UI down, so I can't see inside the box.
Oh, and you have two hanging signs here as well.
Yeah. Presumably, we hung those there, or I could see one of us having come in here and just thrown those up there, and we're like, we'll deal with them later.
Could be
I think-
one's sleeping dog and tavern sign. Oh, the other side has the sleeping tabby cat. Yeah, so that works.
Oh, I guess it is pseudo balanced. Okay. While I'm thinking
like-
about it,
I feel like the tavern sign could like go towards the middle or go in like between these.
yeah,
That could be a future project when we move.
yeah, and that wall looks kind of bare in hindsight. Compared to, I guess the next, probably not the next kin house, but the next one that we run to, the Guilty by Association. This one will be outdone. While I'm thinking about it, these chandeliers, what are those in the item menu?
Let's see.
Something Rohirric.
Large Rohirric antler chandelier.
Large Rohirric antler chandelier. Do you remember grinding at Hypefold to get
No.
decorations?
I remember telling you to grind at Hypefold
Mm-hmm.
because I never unlocked it.
I remember doing it. And I did that. I don't know how many weeks every day I'd log in and grind Hypefold to get us decorations.
Between the chandeliers and the tents, I think I was pretty greedy.
Yep. And then so in here we've got some nice Rohan kegs and more of these kegs that I have from a festival. Oh yeah. Okay. F11 is screenshot. Yeah, hang on. Okay, I got a couple of screenshots of you in the chair.
Two.
That's awesome. I guess I can hop to the chair. Come on, dirt. Face this way a little. Sit. Oh. I can't without my UI. That's fine. I can skip. Yeah, not a whole lot else. I love this wall texture. I've used this in so many places.
Definitely a fan favorite. Ooh, the upstairs is haunted.
This is pretty clearly, I think it was like, we know we want the anvil over here by the fire. Not that this would necessarily make for a good real forge, but it looked cool. And then we have the ghosties. And that's it.
Yep.
Like, we never really finished this room.
It has the downstairs is pretty well done though.
Yeah.
Incomplete and complete.
Oh, there's a bat here.
Oh yeah.
That's one of those things that I'm sure I didn't have any room for after the last festival or 2 or 3, and just threw that up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the lodge theme and having the live beast sleeping in his ornate cage.
Yeah, certainly a showpiece for the lodge. Okay, now you have this Ken house up here. Do we want to go by that?
Sure.
Okay, I think I know how to get up here. I think we have to backtrack and take a right.
And I do
Yes.
believe that's an unfinished house. I think it got started and stopped a number of times, and then I ended up stealing things from it to complete other homes, namely the Erebor home.
Yes. Yeah, you gutted this place pretty good once you got the Erebor home. Yeah, Gestalt. Okay. Yeah, you used to have a bunch of big statues and stuff out here.
Hmm.
Now we've got treasure. We have a door. Oh, different welcome mat.
Moria welcome mat,
That's awesome.
purchased from the store. One of the few decorations I bought. Oh, okay, yeah. This room is kind of neat. I kind of went with like a dark theme, and then I wanted to brighten it up with all of these candles that you can light if you want to help.
Okay, let me get to. Okay, there he is. Oh, I remember the little corner braziers. Braziers.
So it's a really simple decoration, um, but I do like that it adds an element of fire and light, and it's interactable.
Yeah, it's just like, hang on, let us go in and light the candles first.
Oh, I missed one. Hang on. I'm gonna step out of the room and then you can take a good look.
I do like the occasional, no matter where you are, there's a little bit of ember that floats through the air because of all the braziers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought the dwarf was you for a second, and I'm like, that's not your normal outfit. Oh, and then you've got, yeah, you did the picture and art kind of theme.
Yep.
Waterworks, Redhorn Loads, the Grand Stair. I'm starting to see a theme, I think, maybe. Foundations of Stone. The Walls of Moria. Durin's Way. Nudmelek. In the Second Hall. The Flaming Deeps. Uh, Kroskigil. I don't know. It's
I think
the
that's like in the 120s, 130s content, you think?
or it's
Is it?
just I think it's the very top of the mountain where the Balrog
Oh.
is. Yeah, yeah. I see the little dead Balrog in the
Oh, there it is.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The Silvertine loads. The Ballad of Bingo Boffin. I don't have that yet, and I need that. Wow. Okay. I need to finish good old Bingo. We've got some guards, and then some Gundabad stuff. This is actually a really cool picture. They did really good on this for this game. So some Gundabad stuff. Oh yeah, the powder keg. Oh, and the teleporter map that takes you, what, to War of Three Peaks?
Yep, I forgot I can light these candle stands as well.
Ooh. Those look Gondor of some kind.
They don't give off much, but in theory, they kind of just add some symmetry and structure by the stairs. And then overhead we have some of the Moria chandeliers and a different one in the middle.
Oh, and we've got Kingdoms, Houses, something. The one on the left is the, I think, the dwarves that came back from the east.
So the set is called Heraldry of the Sixth War of the Dwarves and Orcs.
Hmm. Oh, there's the, okay. Fire beams, broad beams, man, I forget. I'm recording myself forgetting um, dwarf lore, but there's one that's named after their red beards. I want to say the fire beams or something, and I'm sure I'm going to be wrong about it, but I think that would be the flag next from left. And with that, I'm going to leave it be. I think that middle one is probably Moria or Durin's Folk or something. I guess I could Google it real quick. It's our recording. We can do what we want.
Let me pull up another window here.
Houses of the Dwarves. Firebeards is a house. Does it have predefined heraldry?
So the description doesn't really give a indication of what each banner is for, so that will have to be a side project for another day.
Yeah. Okay. So that one that's second from the left is for sure Firebeards because it's fire and a beard.
Makes sense.
Stonefoots is going to be the one on the right. There's a Stiffbeards. I don't know which one that would be. Iron Fists, Black Locks, Broad Beams, and Longbeards, which would also be Durin's Folk. Oh, I bet those aren't all the houses. I bet those are events too. That middle flag is killing the lead orc. I think in the war. Huh. We'll look that up later. I see weapons and armor, and a good axe, like a dwarf should have, and a bed. Your bed, the guest
Yeah,
bed, Sashir,
you know,
whatever.
I think in the future, when we bring this house over, we'll switch the bed out for an anvil, and
Yeah.
everything else will kind of fall into place.
I love this little tiny drawing on the headboard of the anvil and the hammer. It's got the little like effect drawn around it, like ting. You kind of you feel it. Okay, here we go. Speaking of, here's that wall texture just with a different shade of paint on it. I think we were thinking this house wasn't done, but it's pretty done. Did that one light?
Hmm. Oh, I think one of us turned it on and the other turned it off. There it is.
Oh, yeah, okay. This one's not lit. Okay, I get it. Let there be light. Okay, anyway. And then the swine. This this is a cool kitchen. And then we have a little bit of Hobbit looking stuff. Blackberries and raspberries. Like, you can kind of tell what stuff is. I don't know, meat and porridge or something.
We need a dwarf NPC up here to serve as the waiter.
Yeah, and when we get to my Rohan house, I wanted something more like this in one of the rooms, but there's just not enough hooks. I just can't do it. So I think when I rebuild it, I'm going to put the kitchen and the eating area together and then replan my side rooms. I missed that treasure chest at first. And that is... is that like a crayon drawing of a journey through Moria?
Yep, it's a small map of Bingo in Moria.
Oh, bingo! Okay, I'm like, I identified that this is Moria, and it's like, oh, the Erebor flag. It's got the jewel and the raven and the mountain. That's a good flag. I want that tattooed on me. I'm heading out unless there's something else.
No, I think that's it.
Well, let's do guilty.
Okay.
So what is our story behind guilty while we walk over there?
It's definitely one of the first projects we did together, I would say. Um, it has a little history behind it after it was put together. It was used for a special event for some people.
Yeah, that was. So, I'm trying to remember. So, guilty by association was a kin you already had.
Right.
And we either wanted to do a kin house together or.
I think I had started it. Um, I had a few pieces from when they started doing some of the anniversary special events, and I got some of those pieces from there, especially the ones in the front yard. And then it just kind of evolved.
Actually, just for efficiency, um, let's stop at this house because we don't need to come back this way. So, Oya Peck or whatever. This was a account I made for my kiddo, seeing if he would play, and he did the intro and went yeah, and I'm like, the intro's the worst part of this entire game. People will literally pay real money to skip it. and he's like, maybe later, and then he hasn't come back to it. So I stole the account to buy a house with because we we're building our housing empire. This is the very first personal house I bought back when I had earned so few gold in this game, I could not afford one of the better basic houses in this neighborhood. This was the best looking one I could afford at the time.
You picked well because it's like right near a water feature, and it has these crystals as part of the as a free decor.
So I do still kind of miss the spot because you're right. Those crystals, I love those crystals in this neighborhood. Um, I had mixed feelings on the other house and the yard being just right here. Um, it was a decent spot in terms of getting up to the. It's this way back here. Um, I would take off on a horse, go up a couple of flights of those stairs this direction, and then jump off to get to the vendors and the vault storage over here. I had a certain way I would go without breaking my ankles and land on like a roof of the vault keeper or something. Um, and then we came along and we turned this into loading screen.
Right, this is the museum.
This is the museum. So this one has a distinctly. If I said this was in a basement in Minas Tirith, I think you would believe me. Whereas the one you made has that sort of museum feel at certain spots, or like a lore house or something. But it's distinctly dwarven. If you said this is in a basement in Erebor, I would have believed it. Like the only thing missing is that horrible green jade in the housing districts. So I don't know which one we want to go with, but I figure we could probably combine these. I like that you
Yeah.
did a water sea theme over here. I'm pretty sure that was you that I know that was you that put these together here.
Yeah, I would. I really like these tapestries. I'm very fixated on tapestries. And then getting the ship was a quest in itself.
Yeah, and we put the throne here in the. Oh yeah, we didn't think that a fireplace looked right in this setting. Also, permit me to ruin something for you. The furnace, the base of it has a little powder snow on it, and there are icicles on the side of it. Did you see that?
I did it before, but there it is.
Now you can't unsee it. Ah, we picked an overall Moria map for in here. And area door.
Um, just for giggles, we only need to do it once. What if you hit the Lost Lore book and and let it play out?
Court of Saragrost. Not sure how well. Yeah, okay.
That chick does not play around, yo.
Nope, nope, does not. Okay, I'm going to adjust my audio again. At a certain point, I turn down the music volume.
Don't forget to tip Bilbo as you
Yep.
make a donation for visiting the museum.
Just a little box of gold he came back with. That's all. Okay.
And then I think outside we just went with trees of like a golden texture color.
Yeah, just
Just fall trees.
trees that would show up against the dark background, and then that you would believe we're at a city museum or something.
I especially like the flat tree on the left.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, okay. Now guilty. Da-da-da-da-da. So, somewhere along the way, you had a kin named Guilty by Association. I remember us talking about, do we want to change the name? And I just went the wrong way. Those aren't important. Just kind of getting a view of the neighborhood. And we decided it was a good name for now, and we've just kept it. And I don't know if we were planning sort of a party house at first, or if this became a party house because we needed a party house.
I think it was the layout was conducive to a party house. I'll talk about that when we get to the inside. But there are a few features on the outside that make it a nice party house. We have a fountain, we have a floral feature, we have a nice photo opportunity area.
Yeah, and so we have some pictures from over here.
And then if you actually stand on this side and look out, you get to see all the crystals in the back.
I'm not sure which way you went, but I went over to the side here.
Yeah, and then you get a nice view.
For a good screenshot right here. So this Gondorian gazebo here. I think we discovered trying to take screenshots here, these lamps, we're pretty sure get darker during nighttime in game.
So yeah, they turn on based on the landscape time of the day or night.
That's just, I thought that was really cool that they, just in that landscape feature that's not permanent even. These do sit here and permanently glow. I am glad for it. It is really dark under here, but it also, those create some decorating challenges that I think we will see later when we get to Scary, because anything we set right here in front of the house kind of turns into a silhouette because the light source is behind it.
Yeah, that definitely was an issue. Or just the general lighting in the exterior is just pretty bad.
Just getting a view of that. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. So I think this is pretty much how it's been in here for a long time. Right?
I have like little themes in little corners. So
You kind of match this area. Ish. Um, so yeah, we have banners, and then here is our grand party hall. And I could see somebody doing a. I'm terrible at like dances and stuff, but kind of a slow medieval step dance to this. Almost kind of like a slow waltz or something, maybe. I don't know if that makes any sense. Are you still there? I'm going to guess that is an internet disconnection. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, sorry about that. We are experiencing a rainstorm, a thunderstorm, and I lost internet, so you're gonna have to carry on your own. I probably logged out of game and I'm just trying to rejoin the call via phone.
Oh, okay. Um, in that case, let me see what I can kind of do while your character's still stuck in there.
I don't think I'm coming back anytime soon because my internet router is not even making any progress. So I think you ought to just freestyle it.
Okay, I will absolutely freestyle. Um,
I have an idea. What if you just kind of come back out and like just do the interior from scratch?
might do that. Might break this into a couple of videos.
Yeah, or even stop the video here and then just pick up on the next one.
Yeah.
'Cause
Um,
I can't actually see anything.
yeah. I'm going to. Yeah, your hobbit's gone from in here now. Let's see. I'm going to step outside. Turn back around. I think I'm just going to stop the stream. Oop.
yeah, I see you just outside the door.
Oh, okay. It's working.
Yep.
Oh, well, look at that. And it's in the same broadcast. Okay. Technology worked. Excellent. So here we are, and we should resume talking about guilty by association. We kept saying for a party. It was a wedding reception for a couple of Second Breakfast members doing a in-game role play wedding, and this was the after party. So of course we made it open concept so people could literally gather characters here, but also the idea of sort of a central dance hall, and there's nowhere to sit, or very few places to sit, because the idea is a lot of people are standing next to the tables with food or drinks, and kind of have your
And a,
buffet table.
yeah, and a bit of a dancing. We did have a person serving as a waiter, handing out food and beverages to others. And I think we had a few musicians, maybe.
Yes, we did not organize the band, but we did have a band play up here. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the band stood up in this upper section.
I do remember that. I don't remember what the band was. I don't think they stayed long, but I remember doing it. I know when we were decorating this, there was a lot of energy at some point put into the shields.
Yeah. So that was one of the first things I did, and I did not want to change that idea.
It looks really good. I just don't remember what the story was.
I had unlocked some barter coin in rep, and I decided to go to town on the shields.
Okay, so this was you going at shields like there was me going at hype bulb.
Right. In the future iteration of this house, maybe more care could be given to the order of the shield so that they kind of tell a story. For now, they're just kind of mishmashed.
We've talked about that before, and I don't know if we got past that sentence really. We have a Breland map, probably just because we had it.
So I think this portion of the house is the cartographer deed for this area. The other house had the cartographer deed for Moria.
Yes, that is familiar. And again, one of our favorite decorating walls. I like these vases too. You know, they're abundant, but
You get a good pop of color for very little cost.
and then here's like the library cartographer or whatever it is. I guess there aren't any maps, but you can imagine these scrolls down there. Those are maps.
This is kind of like the study room and dorm.
Yeah. That the organization on that looks kind of like a bookshelf I would do. It's very believable. Okay, this I think has been redecorated because originally I think we designed a honeymoon suite of some kind up here that was
Yeah, that was kind of. I think we did the honeymoon suite for the party.
yes.
Seeing that it was like for a wedding, and then um, I think I just acquired some pieces and needed a place to put them.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember us having the discussion. Wow, this is great. I'm having memories about taking this side of the house from being like food, wine, and wedding bed to I need somewhere to put this cartographer deed where people could come in and click on all of them and like get a cartographer deed and you were out of places to do it. And I was like, yeah, sure, we don't really need that decorated here anyway. And I think that's how that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think what happened was I used to have another house that had all the maps, and I opened it up to the kin, but people would not return every single map, and then the deed would be incomplete for others, and I'd get really mad. And then they'd put the reward map in the chest, but not a deed map, and I was just like, forget you guys.
Yeah. Which we might look at a kin house that is like cartography, library, maps for deeds, like all in one place.
Oh, basically just a deed house.
Well, yeah, but also
A portion of it.
museum and
Yeah.
um, that's something.
Yeah, we could do that. We could combine the museum house and the maps.
because we have a...
What's interesting is that it takes several festivals to get all the maps.
Yeah, you pretty much, if you're starting from scratch and doing it yourself, I think you have to spend a full year. Or, you know, if you play a couple of months without there being a festival, it's over a year to access all those deeds. Another good screenshot. Okay, well, I guess that'll get moved over. By the way, have you checked the stream? Yeah. You said you saw me outside the door. Okay,
Oh yeah, it's working.
good. Did you check if you could hear us?
Not since you came back, but I'm going to trust that it does.
It probably does. Or at least one of us, then it's funny. I guess we go, yeah, this way. Actually, how about we go all the way
To the main door?
to the main door, come back down the street so that the last or next nearly last things we hit are Scary 1 and 2.
Sounds good to me.
And then I'll hit my personal house between them last and then jump to the Rohan house.
Did you want, is Edward's noteworthy? I thought it was.
Yeah, I figure we would kind of run up there either right after I do my personal or right before, or we could catch it before Scary 1 and 2. It's just a slight detour.
Let's start with landlords. To our left.
Okay, this way.
So this is one where we kind of like have a fire glowy theme on the outside. Even our tree kind of has, kind of matches our lanterns and fire.
Yeah, and those lanterns really look good too. They really do. Oh, it's also the first one on our candy map. We have the Halloween treats out in a row for people to do that deed quickly.
There's a very intense intruder alert system as you enter.
Yeah, it's kind of funny showing up. Like sometimes it changes where you kind of spawn coming in the door, and it's funny to end up with this like right in your face. Like what the?
So I'm looking at your screen and mine, and the floors are different on yours than it is on mine. So the floors are not loaded, and the wallpaper hasn't loaded on yours, but that's okay.
Huh. Let me try
The
to
walls
head
are
back out.
icy. The walls are icy, and the floor is gravelly. So at the time, there was not an icy floor, but I do believe there might be an icy floor now.
I believe you are correct. Now they have loaded. Okay. I was like, yeah, I remember you having ice walls in here. So we've got a very Robert Frost Fire and Ice reference once again. That's referenced probably 3 times in stuff that we've done. Although I think you did this one by yourself one afternoon or something.
Yeah, I like the ship at the iceberg.
Yes. I think of it as water flowing out of the picture, but you have to make it all dark and say it's an iceberg next to the ship.
However you want to.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
So it works, and then there's it's still fire. Here's fire.
I think
Ah.
there were a few other icy cold things in here, but they got stolen to go to another house. I think we'd have to block off this fireplace with something else.
I believe you did. I think it originally had one of these, and it was on top of that. And I think you had another one of these really big ones back here in this corner. And sometimes you would load, it was so much ice in here. Sometimes you would load and get kind of stuck against the decorations and have to like turn around and leave and try to reload back in. And
Yeah, it's you can't the house you can't leave. It's the Hotel California.
one of the houses at one point you decorated where if somebody that didn't have permissions came in, they would get stuck inside the door.
Yeah.
And I think it was this one, maybe.
It might actually be one a couple of blocks down.
Or it may actually still be there. I guess to your little hobbit's house, landlady, right?
Yep, so I got a bunch of, I don't know, various property guards. I was thinking that they were more, a bunch of thugs guarding the area.
I think is one of these mine? I think it is.
Let's see. Bilbo's mine, Theodore's mine, Elf is mine,
Okay, maybe not.
Valvi is mine.
Okay. I was thinking I might have got the Bilbo at first, but then maybe you got him and I don't know. Or that could be somewhere else.
Where we traded them out. Honey bears.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was wanting to record this one. I know we said we weren't going to try and copy item for item, but some of this, like you have this monument is actually sunk into the floor here some.
Yep, into the floor, into the wall.
And that looks so nice. And some of this stuff is like embers or moats or whatever. Embers, I think, isn't it?
Actually, this herbalist table is actually a working study for scholars. And I do believe that was 2,500 figments from one of the temporary NPCs.
Figments. Yep, that's what that is. I remember us working on getting those. I think those planters might be ever so slightly sunk in the ground or something.
Yep.
What are those? Wall-mounted runestone of the Vales.
Yeah, those were kind of grindy to get as well. But they worked. They were worth it.
And you did, I want to say you did this one in secret. Like, you just came in one day and did this. Or over a week or something, and then was like, hey, I need some kind of simple item. And I was like, oh, I've got it. Yeah, okay, here, I have one right here. And then you're like, okay, cool, I'll be done in a minute. It's like, and then you're just done.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, you had these windows in another place, in another house's storage chest, and I just helped myself to them.
Yes, that's what it was you have extra of these. Can I steal them? Yes. And then you had, yep. And then you just had this done one day, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then you didn't know what to do for the yard, so you just threw property guards out there.
Yeah, so it was like a bunch of thugs guarding the grow house.
Yeah, I don't think you ever quite put it like that before.
Or something. Yeah, the house down the stairs and to the left was one that you temporarily could have gotten trapped in. You'd have to pour it out of the house.
That was it. I don't remember what it was. We may see it in a second.
I think I changed it though because it was annoying, even me.
You want to go left or right?
Let's go left first.
Okay.
Kind of, we started on this side, on the other, and we're gonna end on the other side too.
Yeah. Okay. So very dwarven themed.
So this front yard has changed so many times, and now it's kind of bare bones, but that's okay. It's symmetrical, and I'm okay with bare bones so long as it is symmetrical. And being the dwarven themed house that it is, it has the gold doormat.
Very appropriate. Our first coin floor that we've come across.
I did pack a lot of stuff in this little tiny house.
Yeah, and it's very if Ebenezer Scrooge had a house in Thorns.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's this
Um,
gemstone from?
I think it was craftable.
Yeah, okay.
It's from like the 120s content. So this relief here, this obsidian wall carving is actually um it recessed into the wall so that you can see the detail. Otherwise it's kind of hard to see the detail. But I thought it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it does. And visibility is probably one of the reasons you went with the ice wall in here again. I didn't even notice it was an ice wall at first. I thought it was
Yeah,
just blue wallpaper, but it's just like it
it has a
forces
good
this.
contrast.
Yeah, and you got
And this,
these columns recessed back in here like they're part of the walls.
right. I'm not going to be able to retrieve those later. The account that those are on are not available at the moment.
Okay.
And this throne is actually quite huge. It is sunk down and chopped off quite a bit. Um,
Yeah, I think that's a pretty big thing with like steps going up to it or something, isn't it?
yeah, so there's like a good 30% that you can't see buried under the gold. So that's okay. Um, yep.
Okay, and then I guess across the street.
hmm Hope you got a coat with you. You're gonna need one.
What? More ice?
I don't so. So this is the holiday Yule house. I have some gifts from very dear friends.
Is there anything? Should I click on stuff where it will show?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Marshmallows. Just matches the overall sort of
Kind of whitish.
as much white as we can get in decorating. Yeah, your Yule house is better than my Yule house, I think.
Can you hear the music?
Yes. And it is definitely winter home music.
I'm gonna light the fireplace because I love it so much.
And the little hobbity snow globe. Looking for the door. I don't think this little hobbit hole has a door. If anybody's actually ever watches this, it'll probably make them sick from motion. But there's no door in the little hobbit house. There's a window and a smoke screen. A couple of windows.
It's abstract.
Not a smoke screen, a smokestack. Anyway. Now, are the presents yours or are they somebody else's? Just
Those
theme.
seem to be unbound. So that's probably
Oh,
mine.
well, I might have also got those for you at some point.
Oh, cool. I might have definitely asked you to get them for me, since you do the Yule festival quests.
Oh, yep.
So I still have the Ebenezer corner, just because I like this configuration so much.
Yeah. I was looking at. I'm assuming this. I don't know. That is a very specific, less pixelated piece of art that I am assuming is a higher than normal resolution image in the game. That is
Yeah.
because it's from something Tolkien or Tolkien adjacent.
And this so there's this festival candle and wreath. Um I always pair those together and I really love them a lot. These are like just some of my favorite things. It's really simple, but I just love those.
My character can't crouch, I guess. Um, yeah, that's a wreath recessed into the table, turned sideways.
Hmm.
I missed that at first. I thought that was actually built into the candle, so I'm glad you pointed that out.
Oh no, that's an all-in-one candle and table.
Oh, okay. Well. That would have been a good idea if that was like three separate items stacked there.
Yeah. No, that festival candle is just it's a keeper. I love it. And then the wreath. It was like one of the first wreaths that I had gotten. So, and this cozy Yule fireplace that only came out a few years ago.
Yeah, and I remember us grabbing a couple of extra of those too.
I think if you were like hit the jackpot, it may have shown up in a Hobbit present, but it was like super rare.
I think that is true.
Yeah. And I really do like these Yule sconces. Um, I have them in several bedrooms in kin houses that I've done before. I just think it's a good piece, especially since it's always lit.
You don't have to manually light it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And this is my favorite of all the Christmas wallpapers.
Oh, I just walked out, but it's. I've definitely got the wallpaper in the stream. Little birdhouse.
Hmm. That was a gift also. Nope, that was from me. One of my side accounts.
Little. There may be some significance to the type of bird. I think it's like maybe a European bluebird? Question mark. That brings us to Scary 1 and 2.
The original one is the one to the left.
Let's go up here and get Edward, because you know what? It's Yule themed as well. Oops, I ran past the stairs, didn't I? Yep. That's what I get for walking and thinking and talking all at the same time. So if we go to Edwards. So this one is also me, but it is just leftover Halloween decorations, and I think we could probably skip that one because anything we did in Scary is better. And
I just noticed a few things that I haven't had before. So I've gotten lazy over the past few years for festival. I've even gotten lazy asking for things from others, but it looks like I might pilfer things from there later.
oh, we may. Well, we could run and take a look at it, I guess. Okay. Um, it's the only spot in the homesteads where you can look up and see stars in the sky, and there's perpetually snow falling. So
Nice.
I have always wanted this kin house over here because I like the snow. Plus, I think it's neat that it's tucked back here in the corner. We've never been able to get it. I bought it in a different neighborhood finally just a few months ago. Was like, fine, screw it. These whoever these guys are can keep it. I'll just get the location somewhere else. And then it's not decorated. And yeah, we're going to be moving to a server, so there's absolutely no interest in decorating it now. um,
I guess that'll be the combined winter home between Sashi and Edward.
yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
So I really like this and this sort of snowy texture on the wall and everything. I've always had this sundial out here, even when I did a winter theme. I don't know. I just think it looks. Or I guess, yeah, I guess that is the sundial. I don't know, but I've tried different snowmen and the Yule tree and some other stuff out here, and I made it this really sort of simple minimalist yard several months ago. And I don't remember if it was because I needed to swipe something for a different location or somebody else needed something or if I just got tired of some of the stuff. I don't remember.
The Snow Brawler is actually a really desirable piece, especially for endgame players. A lot of endgame players parse on a snow training dummy because it has no mitts, and that way everybody has a level playing field when they compare notes. So this is a pretty good item to have in your home.
Maybe I got that out of a Hobbit present or something and was like, cool, and that's the thing that shook up my yard because I don't really remember getting that intentionally.
And you have mint turtles at the door, which is kind of also appropriate. I'm thinking York peppermint patties
Yes.
for winter.
I'm sure we did that on purpose.
Okay, I actually really like this. Oh, I don't know this banner.
What is that?
This blue hanging.
Banner of Gilgalad.
Wow, I gotta figure out how to get that because I really like that.
So, I originally just threw crap in here and then redecorated it, and then we ended up redecorating this together, kind of like, we can do this easy. We're just going to throw some stuff up, I think, kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I did this sunken wooden piece into the floor.
I think to tie into this room over here.
I guess
This
so.
this room of horrors for snowmen. This is like all the
Yeah.
This is a house of horrors for snowmen.
This was a funny room to do. I don't think there's any duplicates. Yeah, no. There's that many terrible snowmen. Oh, there's just this icicle hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, hit it. Click it.
Oh yeah, it falls, doesn't it?
I like that. Oh yeah, this is the same Christmas wallpaper that I really like.
Yeah, that one's easily my favorite too. And I've got a little sit over here, and I guess that's your, I don't know, your prize kill or your previous best friend or something here, and you can sit and drink next to him still by the fire. And there's even the keg there.
There you go. And a mug.
Yep.
On a side table barrel.
Eriador. Thorin. Oh, I remember I snuck this Halloween decoration in to see if anyone would notice.
Oh, that's actually a good wreath. This wooden wreath. It's got jingle bells on it.
I think that may
That's
be just last year or the year before. It's pretty new, I think.
There's like a rocking chair or a rocking horse that matches it that I never got.
Oh, here's this
See,
thing.
that would look good with that wooden floor out front too.
Yeah, it would. I'm thinking maybe there was an intention to put a table and chairs on top of this or something, so it was more like a wooden rug kind of. But no, I think I was gonna put like snow or snowmen on it.
Just like the other room, but normal ones.
Yes. And I don't know. I think I just went a different direction with it because I was originally planning on the entire house being an ice box. And then we made it just this room. And maybe I just left this here because I didn't have anything else to do with it. But anyway, Edward is Edward Nigma in my character, and golly, how many times do you think we went through the haunting underneath the Forsaken Inn to solve every single possible riddle so that he could be Edward Nigma Riddle Master? Kind of hop down here just right. Oh no, right at the last second I broke my leg. That's okay. And so here is my personal house that has been here for a very long time. I moved here because the location was better than my other one in terms of getting to the vendors. I think this is the closest or second closest location to get to the vendors and Vault Keeper and stuff. And I really just wanted the dwarven snow and the view and some of this architecture. But I do miss my blue crystals. Yep, I've got the little birdhouse here. I really like this lamp post. It just, I don't know, just does it for me. Makes me think of Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe or something, but in just a little bit, yeah. Love the fall apple tree, but just threw that here for a splash of color. Here is my little crafting station, and they don't look glorious, but it is very practical to have the ingredient crates out here, so that every day you have a place to hit your ingredient crates. Okay, does it still look like we're up and working?
Yeah.
Awesome. We've made a lot of progress. And then here is my unusually not super dwarven rustic house. So I've got sort of your rustic wood tiling on the floors, the walls. I've got more of that rustic hunter trophy stuff. Have to have my Gondor crafting station though. Lots of books and maps. Danger. Don't stick your hand in the mouth, just in case. I don't know. Table, more maps and stuff. And then, of course, the... Okay, I'm going to sit here and let you take a picture of me.
Hang on. I'm going to take some of the UI off. Problem is I'm kind of short. You got to turn back around.
Oh, oops. Am I still sitting?
It's hard for no, you're standing.
No, because I. Okay.
I'm short. I can't see like over the table.
Okay, hang on. How many people does it take? Okay.
It the animation actually looks like you're part standing, part sitting.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Because your feet are definitely on the floor, which it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't be. Oh well.
I can't get a good shot of it anyway.
That's fine. We're gonna. We'll move on. But I have my very rustic, sort of man of the house chair and spots for some advisors as we like look at what adventure are we gonna go on next.
Some
Those,
more planning.
yep, those maps look pretty generic. I don't think they equate to anything. Oh, that jar is not part of the map table. It's got the fireflies in it.
Oh yeah, that's an add-on.
I can't click on it. I don't know where the.
I see the fireflies.
I say I think if you click on it, it might carry. You might carry it with you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I bet that's a summer festival thing.
Oh, did you know that the Spring Festival is going on right now?
Oh shoot, I'd forgotten that. So hey, Thorn's Gate, of course, because Thorn's Hall. There's
Mm-hmm.
a in-league keg because specifically my dwarf here does the in-league and my hobbit does the ale association. So I have the in-league stuff in my dwarf house. I've got the map of Moria, one of my prized possessions after doing every quest in Moria, which also gives you the nimble black goat.
There you go.
That is ever so slightly faster, I think, than some of the other steeds. I think they're like 62%. And there's only a few that are 68% outside of the war horses. Yeah, so it's just kind of a sitting room for Durr. Who doesn't want a big crow, drinking out of a stein? Yeah, it's just, I don't know why the Barrel Downs map's there. Probably because I didn't have a better spot for it. I don't know what would be better. Oh, the Misty Mountains. That way all the dwarf locations are in the same room. But, okay. Well, I guess that's it here. Scaries. We need to do scaries. So, we were debating this earlier. It may get cut off the front of the stream. I don't remember
Over here.
when we talked about it. We were talking about, did we do this house or the guilty by association first? And I don't know if we really decided.
I think this came afterwards because this came at the onset of Moria. Not Moria, sorry, Mordor. A lot of this stuff, if you just like stand right here and get a full view.
Yeah, you're right. And we had some of this stuff from the very early stages. Yeah.
And I actually, these three main things were donated by a Kenny, who I had no shame when I begged for them. But I really love them.
Yeah. So this was based on somebody that was in Second Breakfast was one time was like, "Dur, you've got to come over to Landy and see this Ken house." And then I saw it and I was like, "Sash, you've got to come over to Landy and see this Ken house," and made you go through the intro on a character over there. we, yeah, it was a scary, creepy, haunted, horror themed Ken house. I'm clicking on these and going around viewing them. And, well, yeah, the rest is history. We did this, and then we just kept doing more of it and more of it.
I really like
Sarah
the.
Gross. Yep, Sarah Gross. Spire window. Yeah, okay. Black
I really like
licorice.
that. Appropriate.
And here we go. Okay. So we can get in our armor.
Which we have photos of in our armor.
Yes, we have several. So combination of kind of just Halloween creepiness, evil things in Middle Earth. Oh, this has flies moving around it. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before.
Not a good looking guy.
Yeah, so actually, I think the majority of the stuff in here isn't actually Halloween.
Oh, you gotta hit the decorative gourds and the candle stand.
Oh, yeah.
And that door is actually a gift from Nero.
Yeah, it is. So we're gonna, well, maybe or maybe not lose access to it, but we can get one, I guess. Oh yes, the tentacles. I remember us winning a raid in a group one night and then going, "We know where these are going." I I feel like we did that one night, and I don't know. I might be making that up.
No, that sounds about right. So yeah, we got the creepy corner with the orcs, goblins, and that weird looking sign.
And is it this one? I feel like this one. Yeah, okay. It does. If you stand long enough and watch, the eye moves on the warg.
Oh yeah. So do these tentacles. These tentacles will.
Yeah, you can hear them move. Ugh. Can we click on that?
Oh, you know what we need at the other house? An ominous pool. You know, the one that like picks you up and hauls you upside down?
Yes.
We'll have to do that on the next iteration.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, there it is. Lava floor, of course. Up, the ghost is still roaming. And so we did this, and then we kept getting more creepy stuff because, of course, just random things were added to the game or more content in Moria. And lots of fall festing.
So the lighting here is really bad.
This is one of those spaces where the lighting is just awful. So we have our Kirth Ungol Watcher. This yard has gone through a lot of transitions as well because it was hard for us to pick things to go in here. Because we used to have more of those Watcher statues over here, and they were just always too dark. It's kind of a face in our tree. Angry little old man Willow. I think it looks pretty good how it is. I think the tombstones of the Watcher and creepy tree give it like a cemetery vibe.
Apple goblins appropriate for a haunted house.
Yes. And then one of the reasons we did a second one was because this furniture was an addition after we did the first one.
Yeah, from the fall festival.
Yep. And some of these things, like these signs, we had a surplus of anyway. I think that coffin we got, I'm sure you got that from
There's an instance
3
that's
weeks or something, yeah.
called Tomb. And they do have a variety of coffins that you can win as loot.
Who owns Chest of the Spider Queen over there?
You
This-
do actually.
Okay, awesome. There's spiders coming out of it.
So here, this is actually a pretty interesting area. There's corrupted crystals with this head of Azog trophy kind of merged together underneath the fog of this turtle, which kind of jacks your face up. If you come close to this turtle vapor and then do a close up of your face, your face will be kind of messed up.
Oh, that's awesome! I didn't know that. He's like tweaking out, man. Okay, so these are both giving off a stench of some kind.
Then we have a few more things that are combined. Over here we have a cauldron combined with some orc skulls.
Yes. Of course, our drum, another little warg rider. Kaboom. Definitely not an explosive barrel. Love it.
And I'm pretty sure you got this hanging monstrosity.
Yep, that would be some more fall festival chaos. I stocked up on a bunch of that stuff when you were either not feeling well or busy or our schedules just weren't meshing or something, because you're like, I remember you being like, yeah, grab some stuff. I'm too busy to worry about fall festival right now. And I'm like, stuff? Well, I'll just grab some of everything.
Well, if it was about 5 years ago, I was going through a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So I was probably in a transition period adjusting to things.
Oh, I have no idea. It could have been that long ago because, oh my goodness.
So yeah, things in this front of entrance and the front yard of this house has had a lot of turnover.
Yeah,
Um,
I think of all the things we've done in conjunction, this has probably had the most turnover. I think that's an easy conclusion.
just because the lighting's so damn bad and donations from friends, fit the house or the theme.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we had a couple of people that were just wanted to give us stuff because we made such a big deal over the first house. And it was like, we only have 4 yard hooks. Like, yes, we are going to take this, but now we have to do something with this other thing.
Yeah, so actually it necessitated this overflow house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they released more, like, dark and sinister stuff. There is the music track we never got that has voice lines of Gandalf facing the Balrog. Oh,
We'll have to get that.
because I think it's like a 12-man raid or something. But we've debated whether we could duo it if we were at 120, 130, 140, like wherever that was back then.
Yeah, and now we actually have some people in the kin, Ray and Grizz. They are always keen on doing old content, so we wouldn't have to twist their arm.
That'd be awesome.
So basically, if we stand in this middle aisle and look at the front door, turn around and look all the way at those stairs, every house from there to there belongs to one of us.
Yeah, the house up there, and then all the way to the front door, and a few others.
Yep. If you want to pull up your map and just kind of like give us some bearings of where we're at, the houses we own, and
Yeah.
the I think it's 3 out of 4 of the kin houses, or
Yeah, I can totally. Mouse pointer shows on stream still,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah,
So over here is the entrance door. You come in. We went left first. This was landlord that had the fire in the front yard and the ice in the house. Then landlady was over here. It's the garden themed house. Well, actually, okay, I didn't back up far enough. First, we came in and went right all the way up to this kin house in the north. Puppy dog, I hear the kitty cat. It's okay. Up here in the northeast, that was Muddled Wits. And down here, this northernmost out of this group of 3, that's the museum house. The kin house that's up here is your dwarven one, and man, there's no sense of height on this map. All of these streets look like they're at the same level, and there's like 3 or 4 different levels that these go across.
they need some topography contour lines.
Oh yes, so badly. Then we don't have anything to do with these houses in the middle. All the way over here, this kin house is guilty by association. And then back down here, at the end of Low Street, that's my personal one. And then up here in the snow, that one's Edward. Actually, this snowy one over here, I waited years for this thing to suddenly foreclose, and it just did one day. I can actually go out my house, and there's a way to zigzag along this river and jump a short jump and be over to this house, and it is in the snow. It's not as good as the other 2 in my opinion, but it's the 3rd snowy house in the zone, so I wanted it. I got it. It is not decorated, so we did not stop by it. And then actually coming in from the front door, going from right to left, so going south would have been left when we first came in, was landlord. That was fire and ice. On the right was landlady. That was the guards out front. And the grow house, or peaceful Zen garden, on the inside. Then we went across the street. That's that dwarf themed one. That I think did used to have the trap in it. Yeah, when you walked in the door that you changed. Then the one across from that, or north of it, is the Yule house you did. And then down here next to us, on the map, also off Threshold Street, there's Scary 1 in the south and Scary 2 in the north up here.
Yeah. And then your personal house just up the road,
Yep,
up the stairs.
up the stairs here. And I also own, I think, this one on Roaring Road that's on the backside of Edward's Yule House there. That's literally just, I have so many fall festival decorations that I just put them in that house because I don't have storage somewhere else. And it was easier to get a character to buy a house on another account than it was to buy storage.
It's a lot cheaper than buying a carryall.
Yep.
Well, I think that kind of concludes the Thorns Hall Homestead tour.
Wow, it does, doesn't it? And let's see, server time is almost 9 o'clock. Just shy of it. The only other thing I was going to try to record was my Rohan house.
I'm happy to do that. If you're up for it tonight, I would say I need about a half an hour break just to get myself situated with a few things.
I'm good with that. I may not do it tonight. Let me just end the stream. That way